If you want to get more email signups for your service business, having a lead magnet will massively increase your chances of generating new leads. So today I'm going to cover how you can create an effective lead magnet for your business. And I'm also going to demonstrate a simple design layout as a template that I've put together. The link is in the description, and hopefully that is going to make things easier for you. According to sources such as Medium and Typeform, marketers have reported increases of anywhere between 237% and as high as 384% plus in conversion rates when they implement a lead magnet, depending on the strategy they use. If you're already getting email signups without a lead magnet, I guarantee you, if you implement a compelling lead magnet, you'll see a significant increase with your signups. Now, if you're not sure what a lead magnet is, it's something that you give away for free or at a low cost, but in most cases for free, to your ideal client or to your audience in exchange for an email address. And this then allows you to follow up with them in the future. Whatever that thing is, it must be relevant to solving the problem that your ideal client has, and also should be in alignment with the services that you provide or the solutions that you provide. And common examples would be things like an ebook, guides, reports, video training, templates, cheat sheets, and so on. Now, some of the benefits of a lead magnet are that it helps you to generate leads. It drives traffic back to your website because when you promote it, people are able to come to your website to get it. And it also helps you to segment your email list. In other words, you understand who's interested in what, because based on the thing that they download or they access as a lead magnet, you know that they're interested in that particular thing, and you can tag them inside your email marketing system so that you can then later follow up with them or send them additional information related to services related to that thing that they're interested in or content. Let's talk about what makes a good lead magnet. So a good lead magnet, will break it down into two aspects. So you have the strategy behind it, and you also have the format through which you deliver that lead magnet. So the strategy, I'm going to cover three things here. It should align with the problem that you solve, which I've mentioned before. It should also be focused on a small part of your overall solution or your overall service that you provide. So essentially, you're giving them a taster of that bigger solution. And this then gives them the ability to experience what it's like to utilize your solution. It should also be easy to consume. It should not be overwhelming. So although you might want to cram loads of things into it and to deliver as much value as possible, you don't want to put too much in, because if it's too big of an ask for them to consume the information or to comprehend whatever you're giving them, it's not going to be a quick win. You want to give them a small, quick win with a lead magnet. Now, the format that you want to use, you have several formats that you could use. I would say initially when you're starting out, don't go for things like an ebook or a quiz or some sort of training, because that is something that can be a little bit crazy to put together at first. And when you first start out, you want to keep it simple so that you can get something out quickly, first of all, and get something as a quick win under your belt as well. And once you have something out there and you can test it, you can then change things up and add more in or create something a bit more substantial if you feel like it. So I would recommend starting with some sort of online document that people can download, such as a checklist, a cheat sheet, or a worksheet. In fact, some of my best lead magnets are the best performing ones, are the ones that I put together a simple document that people can actually download. Now, how to create your simple lead magnet. Let's talk about that. The good news is that you don't need any special design tools or anything crazy to put together simple but effective lead magnets. So I'm going to show you some examples in a second and walk you through the ones that I've put together using nothing but Google Docs or Google Slides. The difference between the two is Google Docs is more of a text-based document creator, whereas Google Slides allows you to manipulate things a little bit better in terms of from a design perspective, but it's still simple to use. So I'm going to demonstrate that and show you what I've put together, and then you'll be able to utilize that for yourself. You just need a free Google account to be able to access these. So what you're looking at right now is a quick look at one of my existing lead magnets. And this is one of my best performing lead magnets in terms of the number of signups it gets me. And this is done in Google Slides, and it's a single page design. Just ignore the rest of the pages that you see there. What I did is exported one page, and all it has is boxes with information that leads to different steps in the stages of my workflow, and it gives people an overview. And this is my email marketing automation system overview, by the way. So this is all it needs to be, something very simple, and I back this up with additional tips by sending out follow-up emails afterwards. Now, if we look at the templates that I've put together here in Google Slides as well, this is a very similar one, like a mind map type of workflow. And this could be a cheat sheet, a roadmap, or even a checklist, except it's not going to have checkboxes. And again, you just have some simple shapes with information inside it. These are just some boxes that you can manipulate. For example, if I click on this one here, I can drag it into whichever position I want. And as you can see, the arrow or the lines are attached, but if you drag them, you can put them wherever you want and connect them to whichever part. I'm just going to come out of that and put it back the way it was. Now, the key things to look at here is you have a title in the top of the page here. You could put some smaller text with information to give some context. The logo can be there as well. You can just paste this in. This is a PNG. And then at the footer area, I have the website, and then I have some text area, so you could put some additional information. I recommend linking the website here by just clicking the insert link section there. So when you export this as a PDF, this would be clickable. And you do this, by the way, by going to File and then going down to Download and then select PDF, and it will download a PDF file that you can then distribute without people being able to edit it. Here's another variation of, or another version of the lead magnets. This is a checklist format. And as you can see, there's some small boxes that people can actually print off this, for example, and then physically check the boxes if they want to do that in their workflow to just remind them of what to do. Or if we look at another version of it that just has numbers, it just goes step by step up to 6. And of course, you can delete any of these steps, and you just need to click and type in there whatever the information is. And it's as simple as that. The same principle applies with the header and the footer. Here's another variation of that sort of mind map type of thing with all the steps in there as well. If we look at a Google Doc version of one of my lead magnet templates, this is based on one that I've used that performed really well. Again, it's a simple Google Doc. And all it is, it has a logo at the top, the title, and then there's an image here that you can obviously swap out, and text areas, some bullet points with different things. So you could have individual tips or individual steps in here as a checklist, or I use this as a mini guide. In this case, I have 2 pages to it. I wouldn't go more than like 2 pages. Again, you want to keep this small and simple so that people don't get overwhelmed. Otherwise, you run into problems where they don't actually get a result from your lead magnet because they didn't finish it, or they think that it's too much, so they don't bother going through it. So essentially, I'm going to give you a download along with a couple of the templates that I just showed you. I'm going to also give you my 5-step lead magnet process in the form of a PDF download. So you'll have this mind map design that I just showed you. It's kind of meta, I know, and you'll be able to see all the steps from the beginning to the publishing step, what you need to do, and some tips there for you. I've given you a second page to that as well. It's going to give you some key points that you need to bear in mind, and you can print that off, reference it, or you can just keep it on your phone or wherever you can get to it when you're creating your lead magnet to make sure that you are considering these things. All of the things that I've discussed in the video, I've put some of the key points here along with additional information. So check the link in the description. And by the way, for the templates, all you need is a Google account, a free Google account, and you can just go to save as copy or save copy, file save copy, and you'll be able to save that to your existing Google account and use it in the future by just duplicating it. After you create your lead magnet, you're going to want to upload it online and set it up with an automatic delivery system so that as soon as someone signs up, they can get that lead magnet delivered to them. Watch this next video where I cover just how to do that. Speak to you then.